So what exactly is Sheol? And are the ideas of Hell and Sheol related? Well, yes and no. Hell is a very loaded word, and possibly a mistranslation at best. If you want to get into the etymology of it, it does fit the description of the word for Sheol, but the English tradition of the word has got all but lost its meaning, so I don't think it's the right one to use anymore. The original meaning being some place that is hidden or out of sight, and the German translation of that being hell with one L, which has the same meaning, which is where we sort of get our words helmet from and things like that. Over time that word has become something else, and it's been influenced by things like Dante's Inferno, which has all the different layers of hell and demons torturing people, and also an ancient text called the Apocalypse of Peter, which is also equally disturbing. Don't recommend reading it. Well, you could read it. It's interesting. It's just very gruesome. As far as the Old Testament descriptions go of Sheol, it's generally seen as sort of a shadowy, gloomy place where the spirits of the departed dead go, whether good or bad. It's more Second Temple Judaism between 500 BC to 70 AD, where Sheol is seen as a place of afterlife rather than just the grave or underground where people are buried. This is the idea that comes into the New Testament. There are psalms that speak of God rescuing or ransoming his righteous people out of Sheol. But before that happens, everyone just lives in the same place after death. And I think it's Ecclesiastes where it says like the dead go down and they have no memory, and no more thoughts of them anymore, which could either mean they're there in a sort of empty state of being, or it just means that they are dead and they don't literally have any more thoughts. So moving to the New Testament, out of the Second Temple period, or during it, you get the word Hades in the Greek, which is the equivalent of the term Sheol, because it has the same sort of thought behind it, the place of the dead, or the underworld. Another question I saw related to this was, does Sheol have any part in the end times, as described in the book of Daniel or Revelation? Well, only in as much as that Jesus went and preached to the spirits in prison, as Peter says in his letter. And in Revelation, death and Hades are thrown into the lake of fire to show the final conquering over death that Jesus won on the cross. So 1 Peter 3:19, in the state he also went and made a proclamation to the spirits in prison. Then Revelation 20 verse 14 says, death and Hades were thrown into the lake of fire. It's the second death, the lake of fire. And the next verse talks about anyone who's not found in the book of life was also thrown into the lake of fire. So there is that whole thing of Hades emptied out. People are judged. Death and Hades itself are thrown into the lake of fire, and then anyone else who's not found in the book of life can also get chucked in there as well. So this is a sort of very brief look at the topic, but it's a very different concept than what our modern ideas of hell is, and sometimes what the Bibles are translated as, where it really should say Hades or Sheol or Gehenna, which is also a similar topic, which is literally the Valley of Hinnom, which is a place outside Jerusalem. It also has apocalyptic and eschatological connotations to it, as it used to be a place of child sacrifice in the Old Testament. So there was lots of Baal worship there and things that happened in Joshua's time, if I remember right. so it's come down through time as a place of punishing and not very pleasant things. So again, I guess this idea of a place of where the wicked have gone or go to will have some sort of punishment. So leave any comments below. It's just a very quick theological thought, and I'll answer any questions and maybe do some follow-up videos if there's any other things that people suggest. Hope you like this. See you next time.